Exactly. Like when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Again, y'all tell me, how long do you think it will be before Neo issues an apology, before he comes out with some statement clarifying his comments?
Well, he was right. 48 hours.
48 hours.
So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life.
Finally, a man stands up for what he really believes in. Recently, Neo talked to Vlad TV about this whole LGBT thing. Okay, and we're gonna play a little bit of what he said, and we'll go kind of into this.
All right, guys. So I stumbled across this video from the R&B star Neo, and he does this interview where he's going to speak on gender ideology, which is a rare moment because you don't see entertainers come out and speak on this subject unless they are agreeing with the mob in the radical left's gender agenda. However, Neo, who is a pop star, is actually going to speak against the radical gender agenda, and it's only a matter of time before he gets canceled, and he is apologizing for making these comments, right? Without question, he is definitely going to be issuing a groveling apology, or the mob is going to demand that he issue a groveling apology for having what I believe is a non-controversial opinion. But apparently this is controversial in 2023. So let's go ahead and react to it, and let's see how long it takes for Neo to retract his statements and to apologize, like most of them end up doing. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
It's like, okay,
lost control.
If your little boy comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to be a girl," and you just let him rock with that, you just let.
Right.
He's 5.
Right.
No. You don't understand, Neo. You don't understand. Just because he's 5 and he's a child, it doesn't mean that he can't decide his sex and his gender. You must be a bigot, right? He knows better than you do because he's a child, right? This is the argument from the left, right? That's the argument.
Right. And where did he get that from?
If you let this 5-year-old boy decide to eat candy all day, he's going to do that.
Exactly.
Like, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that.
And to medicate these young kids that are 5, 6, growing up and knowing that it affects their brain, it affects their organs, it makes them sick, but they're not allowed to do drugs, they're not allowed to do alcohol.
Right.
We can medicate them.
He can't drive a car yet, but
No, she made such an excellent point.
She made a good point.
That point is that's perfect.
You can't drive a car. You can't buy alcohol. You can't buy cigarettes. You can't fight a war. You can't do any of that. But you can choose
Your gender.
something that if it goes wrong, which is more likely than not, that can ruin your rest of your life.
Yeah.
They want us to have no control over our children.
But I don't get it.
In schools,
I don't get it.
hospitals, libraries.
Yeah.
They just want to manipulate.
Sounds like they've been watching Fox News, right? Sounds like they've been watching my YouTube channel, Right Wing Media. Again, these white supremacists, right? This is white supremacist talk, right? This is what they'll say. These two people who are obviously not white, okay, having this conversation saying, look, they want to control everything when it comes to our children. Libraries, hospitals, schools, they're pushing all this stuff on kids. Again, they said that this is right-wing, white supremacist, far-right, white nationalist talk, right? Again, I wonder what they're going to say to this. Okay, I'm so curious about what the actual reaction is going to be because, again, Neo's pretty big. I'm just saying, I mean, him coming out and saying this is very surprising.
You got to understand when they're so young and they're already, that's
impressionable.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And
from them, they're going to believe what you say. I mean, we say Santa Claus is real, the Easter
and they
Bunny.
Believe it, like,
right, exactly.
Like,
they know what they're doing.
Remember who you're dealing with. Like, I can't take credit for it, but I heard somebody say one time, he's like, all right, if your son comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl. Ask your son, what is a girl?
That's a good one.
What is he gonna do? He's gonna say, well, he might want to play with dolls. All right, you want to play with dolls? Fine, play with dolls.
Right.
But you're a boy playing with dolls.
That's
I want
right.
to wear pink. All right, cool, wear pink. But you're a boy.
That's right.
Wearing pink. No issue with the LBGT. I have no problem with none of it.
Again, y'all tell me, how long do you think it will be before Neo issues an apology, before he comes out with some statement clarifying his comments? How long do you think? Okay, I'm giving it a couple days. A couple days. But I hope that he doesn't fold, right? I hope he doesn't back down to the mob. I hope he stands his ground. But hey, I don't know. I doubt it.
Well, he was right. 48 hours.
48 hours.
In my first video reaction to what he was saying, I told you guys straight up, I was like, this man's gonna apologize, okay? He gonna apologize to the mob, because I've been in the game so long, guys, that all this stuff is very predictable, okay? So I'm not giving myself a pat on the back, okay? Even though this is an I Told You So video, this was probably one of the easiest I Told You So's that I've ever done. First, I want to get into some of the backlash he received from the mob, right, for simply stating facts about reality, because they roasted him, right? They roasted Neo, okay? As you can see here, this guy is saying he identifies as a conehead in response to his comments about identifying as a goldfish, right? So they roasting his head because he's bald, okay? they roasted him up, okay? He's saying a bunch of nothing. Just say you're transphobic and go. They're saying he's transphobic. This mentality is how parents end up burying their children, okay? So they're pushing the same nonsense that, you know, if you don't support, you know, the far left woke gender ideology, that you know, kids gonna delete themselves. This is what they say. This made up celebrity thinks anyone cares about his transphobia. It's always the most zesty with the most to say. Now Neo, again, so they're low key trying to call him gay, right? So let's go ahead and read Neo's apology. Quote, "I'd like to express my deepest apologies. After much of reflection, I'd like to express my deepest apologies to anyone that I may have hurt with my comments on parenting and gender ideology or identity. I've always been an advocate for love and inclusivity in the LGBTQ community. So I understand how my comments could have been interpreted as insensitive and offensive. Gender identity is nuanced, and I can honestly admit that I plan to better educate myself on the topic so I can approach future conversations with more empathy. At the end of the day, I lead with love and support everyone's freedom of expression and pursuit of happiness." Yeah,
I'm sure as soon as he got off the seat of that black couch, I know that his handlers were like, "I'm already writing it up. I'm already writing up your apology." And he probably battled it by 48 hours. 48 hours means that he probably was like, "I don't want to do this."
And it's funny because when Matt Walsh got in trouble for the same thing,
Yeah.
they took away his, they completely demonetized him. Like, he can't do his full show.
Yeah.
He just does clips now. He has to go on Twitter and work with Elon Musk so he can do like a show like Tucker
Right.
Carlson. And he said, "This is where I'm supposed to apologize." And people were, his house was being guarded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so people were saying, he said, "This is where I'm supposed to apologize." But he just looked at the camera and said, so I'm going to say, "I'm not sorry."
Yeah.
And I'm not even started with what I'm going to do, you know, and he just went on and
That's
on.
how you have to be.
You know, I would say this, that maybe he has it a little easier because he's conservative and his conservative audience would want him to fight like this.
Yeah.
And maybe Neo is
Neo's
liberal,
not liberal,
he's
yeah.
black, he's definitely a Democrat. You know, if he's heard some of his music, his song Miss Independent was all about being an independent woman and how she can do everything by herself. He's definitely woke.
Yeah.
But just like a lot of woke people, there are some areas where they're not
Like,
woke.
wait a minute.
You know what I mean? And then they kind of slip and say something normal again.
You're like,
and then they get their mind right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they apologize.
This was groveling.
Yeah.
Like this is the one thing. This is what I cannot stand. And we said this about that baseball player in the other video about the baseball player that did the same thing. It was
about this too.
About this whole transgender thing, and also having women and men and women sports. This whole thing was, and he went on and he was right. He was right when he said that is incorrect. You should not do that. That's not good. Right? Does not help at all. And then he came back with a big groveling.
It sounded just like this.
Just like this. I'm reflecting. I'm learning more.
I'm being educated because I was miseducated, and it's fake. It's a fake apology.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So
like again, Jamie Foxx just came out with his apology on an anti-Semitic issue, and he put something up, took it down. And Jennifer Aniston is also in it because she liked the comment and got screenshotted with his thing. You can't say anything to these people.
These Hollywood people, though, like they get it. I feel like they get it really bad too, because they, first of all, I would say that celebrity, like that whole, it's so liberal in general, so most of their audience is liberal. Most people who listen to this music, watch these TV shows, watch these movies, follow these basketball players, you know what I mean? Like, these are all very, like, this is like a wide group of people. They're just,
I wish you could see Tim Allen, who's conservative, on, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel just talking about that he went to some military thing. I think it was probably when Trump was in office and he voted for Trump. And they're laughing because he's literally trying to run cover so that he doesn't look like...
He doesn't want to say that
I don't want to say the wrong thing. This is a club, and basically if I say the wrong thing, I don't want to be canceled. His show was canceled. Yeah. Just for that. He didn't even admit to anything.
He's like, what is this, 1930s Germany?
Right.
What are we at? You can't say anything.
You can't say anything. And then yet again, all of these groups pretend like they're all under attack.
Yeah. It's a bullying tactic, and I don't like that. I don't like being bullied. I do not like that.
Yeah.
Telling me that I can't. The idea that you're saying that I can't say what I want to say, you know what I mean? But you can. It's like, it's too much. I cannot.
But like that girl was saying that was interviewing him with Vlad Valquez.
Yeah.
Anyway, what she was basically saying is they don't want you to take care of your kids. The state wants to take care of your kids. If I was a mother, there would be no way that I would send my kid to public school. I mean, at this point, no.
They do not want you to have any control of your children. They want the schools. They don't want anybody controlling your kids except for them. And that's why they create these groups. These kids are now finding their identity in these, social media groups. And when I see people like Neo, so now I have a problem with Neo now, because I feel like, Neo, you just said it yourself, it's harming the kids. So now you are aiding in this fact here that they're by your own words, you're going against your own words. So by your own words, you're saying that the kids are being, manipulated into this process, right? But then you go and do this. That means you're saying you're okay with it, and I know that you're not. But by you doing this, you just double down on what they are trying to promote.
Yeah, and these kids are guinea pigs. Because there's no real documentation for any of this.
No,
there isn't. And so the thing is that someone was saying not too long ago, I don't know if it was Megyn Kelly or somebody was saying that I believe that this generation kids about 10 or 15 years from now are going to hate their parents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For not stopping them. And that's the thing is, like, if we don't get more men standing up and saying, enough is enough. These, sorry, ladies, but feminism is a failed experiment, okay?
Yeah.
And we're losing our children, we're losing our country, we're losing our morals, we're losing everything, and it's time to stop.
And there's women like us, a lot of women like Kara and I, where we'll back you up, men.
Yeah.
Like, we'll back you up, like, no, they're right.
There are a lot of women doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of women doing that right now. We're like backing up men and saying, no, this is correct. And it's the right way, it's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do. But this is crazy to me, Greg. I just can't believe that he just made the video.
But I mean, of course we knew that was going to happen.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? He is, of course we did. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, he put his foot, he tipped his toe in politics. And didn't, like Greg said, didn't realize, he obviously didn't realize that his opinions don't matter. Yeah. And that unless you're strong enough to take it, like I said, Matt Walsh can, or like a Mark Dice, if you're not strong enough to take it, like Matt Walsh said, then shut up.
Shut up.
Because if you know, people want to talk about Andrew Tate, if you're not going to be anything other like with Andrew Tate, then be quiet. Let him do it.
Let him do it.
Because I hate to say it, but I'd rather my son be listening to these men that are doing man things. They work out, they get up, they're disciplined. I'd rather them be listening to an Andrew Tate than listening to, I'm sorry, Neo.
Yeah. Me too.
Again, he has a full song called Miss Independent where he talks about, he's got all these black women. I think Gabrielle Union is even on one of them. And they're walking past and they're all business women. And I'm like, this is what's wrong with the community anyway. And he's woke as hell. But sometimes, like I said, they aren't woke. There's some part of them that is back in the real world.
The transgender stuff hit him. See, the thing is that hit him in a different spot because he has kids. I think he has many kids. He has kids. And I think that he probably is like, oh man.
But again,
it's just how it is now. Like, is my son or daughter gonna come to me one day and just say, "Hey, I was watching YouTube, or I was watching, some TikTok, and I can just be a guy, Dad. I can just be a girl, Dad. Did you know that? And it's like, no. I bet that's that's probably why he got, that's why he spoke up because he's probably thinking, I have kids, and it's so trendy now to me. It is to me. I feel like it's very trendy for kids to be this way now. Because you can't have this many population of this many blue-haired people.
Look at Dwayne Wade's daughter, whatever. You know what I mean? He's over here doing commercial, or advertisement. He's got his son doing advertising for Tiffany's, and they're making it like trendy. Yeah. Like, if this kid is going through something, don't make them the mascot of this. That makes me think that it's for you all, right? Not for the kid. Yeah. And so it's like, again, if you aren't going to, stand up, Neo, and stick by it, then you are really the problem. Yeah. You are what is wrong. It's because everyone keeps apologizing for stuff that they're, Dave Chappelle, remember he told him to go kiss his what? Good. Yeah. That's my point. If you're going to be that man, if you're not going to be that man, then be quiet. Yeah. Neo grew a pair.
In the process of making this video, we did a video about Neo.
So he apologized to the LGBTQ community, and then apparently
he got flooded.
He got right.
You are a coward.
What's going on, loved ones? This is Neo. All right, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I don't care. I definitely plan to educate myself a little bit more on this matter. However, I doubt that there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. That's just period, point blank, and that's how I feel. If I get canceled for this, then you know what? Maybe this is a world where they don't need a Neo no more, all right? And I got no problem with that. I'm a hustler, all right? I'll figure it out. I got kids to raise, and I'm going to do that regardless. So with that being said, y'all have a good day. I love everybody. Live how you want to live, love how you want to love, but your opinion is yours. Speak your opinion as much as you damn well feel like it. Because as I said, they're not important. They're not special. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine, all right? Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Have a great day. It's Neo.
Finally, a man stands up for what he really believes in.
Right. What happened is that probably 2 things. Is that he got the backlash and felt embarrassed by that, and then was like, I don't like that. And then also twofold, I actually think he doesn't like it. No, I actually think he
meant he was talking.
Yeah, I actually think that he doesn't want children to go through this. So I think that Neo I think he regrets that. Maybe signing off on that apology because I think he actually knows it's a bunch of BS what's going on right now with this with the LGBTQ and this whole transgender, anybody can be anything you want to be at any point in time, any age. You know what I mean? I think he's actually against that. Okay, but yeah, you guys, I mean, tell us what you think. I know it's crazy. There's a lot going on in this world right now, but we would like to hear your thoughts on this. I'll leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. We would greatly appreciate that. And that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video.